Hare Krishna, this is a video about Siksha levels and Diksha levels, and also about a brief introduction about Guru. So, generally in our society, International Society for Krishna Consciousness, um, there are Siksha levels before getting Diksha from a bona fide spiritual master. So, before going to this topic, I would like to uh, bring to your notice that we have three types of gurus actually. If you read the book written by Srila Prabhupada, Disciple and the Spiritual Master, you can get the reference. Vartaman Guru, Siksha Guru and Diksha Guru. This is a very important topic about Guru's responsibilities as to how he has to instruct the disciples and be a mentor and also be a very good guide so that he can practice Krishna consciousness under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. And also it is a great responsibility of a disciple that he has to follow the instructions of a spiritual master carefully. So, and in case if the disciple has some clarifications or samshayas, he is very free to get the clarification clear, or doubts should be get cleared by asking Guru, as said in Bhagavad Gita 4:34, Tadvidi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshante jnanam jnaninam tattvadarshinaha. A spiritual master, a disciple has to approach a bona fide spiritual master, Tadvidi pranipatena, and pariprashnena, he has to ask or inquire questions to the spiritual master very humbly, in a very, very great polite matter, and also he has to serve the spiritual master then and there when it is needed, or else he has to take the voluntary service. When he comes to the temple, he has to follow the instructions, because there will be some authority will be there in the temple. That authority will be representing the spiritual masters. So it's very simple. It's not so, there is no hardened rules as we are following in the earlier days. In the earlier days, there was very strict rules were there. Disciples were following that. Now there is no such hard and fast rules, because people may not take up the bhakti process if it is very rigid. If it is very rigid and hard. So now in our society, that before taking initiation or diksha, a disciple has to follow some basic levels, very simple and very easy to follow, accessible to our daily life. Like we have first stage, 1 round he has to chant, he has to be committed, that is Shraddhavan. And second one is Krishna Sadhaka, he has to chant 4 rounds. And then and third one is Krishna Sadhaka, the second one is Krishna Sevaka, 4 rounds. And the third one is Krishna Sadhaka, 8 rounds. And again next one is Prabhupada Ashraya. And some temples they also give 12 rounds a Siksha level. That is called Krishna Upasaka or Prabhupada Upasaka, they say. And the last one is Prabhupada Ashraya. In this particular Prabhupada Ashraya, first one so it's common in all the 3 levels, Krishna Sevaka, Krishna Sadhaka and Krishna Shraddhavan. The common minimum services are to go to the temple and serve according to their capacities, and also If they are really very serious, every day they can go to the temple and do some services. Um, yeah, interested by the authority in the temples. And the only difference is Shraddhavan they has to chant 1 round Harinam Japa, and Sevaka 4 rounds, Sadhaka 8 rounds. As far as Sadhaka is concerned, he has to chant 8 rounds every day without fail. It's a very easy service. It's not at all a big question. If we compare it to the uh, Gaudiya Mutt, they will chant 64 rounds every day. It's not at all issue at all for the persons who chant 8 rounds. And in all the 3 levels, and of course throughout our levels, Siksha levels, Adhiksha levels, we have to read Prabhupada books every day according to their time schedule and according to their uh, nature of sparing the time. But they must read the Prabhupada books. Then only they can understand the philosophy properly. So, and one more service is they should try to get up early in the morning, at least 5:30 in these levels. 5:30 in the morning they have to get up. Or if they are unable to get up in such a particular time before sun rises, they can slowly pick up and gradually they can come to the track, right at the track. So, and also in 8 rounds they must also follow the Ekadashi and other fastings. But some concessions are there for the patients or senior citizens and for the children's. And also it is very important for them to attend satsanga or participate in satsangas once in a week. That is a very must for all the levels. They have to take the devotees association. So if not possible to serve in the temples very often, at least they have to come once in a month and they have to serve in the temples. Of course, they have to give up the non-vegetarian. They're not supposed to take meat. So coming to the Srila Prabhupada Ashraya, they should chant 16 rounds every day without fail. So, and Srila, they have to read Prabhupada books every day. They have to study, not only read and study. So, at least one time they should have read the Bhagavad Gita book, Bhagavad Gita as it is, and they should also accept Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead. And they should also follow the 4 regulative principles: no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, and no intoxication. These 4 regulative principles they have to follow. In this Prabhupada Ashraya, they have to observe the fasting of Ekadashi, and they should also keep an altar in their house. So they should offer to the lordships. They can keep a picture or deity. No, not deity. No, deity is not recommendable in this level. It is better to keep pictures in the beginning. After taking Diksha, they can keep the deities. So they can keep some photos, Radha Krishna photos, Gaurnita photos, and they can worship them with love and affection. So they should go to the temples at least once in a fortnight or once in a month, and they have to take up some service there. That's all, not many things. And especially they have to give up this coffee and tea, which is considered to be intoxication. Most of the people doesn't know about this, because in coffee there is a drug called caffeine, in tea there is a drug called nicotine. So those two things has to be avoided. For that you can take cow milk or deshi cow milk, or you can add some uh, almonds powder for that. And if it is if you are very particular about taking coffee, you can take herbal coffee or herbal tea is available in all our temple centers. There you can take in our temples. You can buy that powder. It's very important for them to read Srila Prabhupada books, especially Bhagavad Gita as it is, Upadeshamrita, uh, Nectar of Instructions, and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Nectar of Devotion, and Isha Upanishad. They must read all these 5 books, and uh, if time permits, or also you should read Bhagavatam first canto. So Bhagavatam should be continued always, and they should get up early in the morning. They should try to cultivate that habit. They should avoid onion garlic also in this particular level. Hare Krishna. I hope it makes sense for you. If any other clarifications, please try to call me, or you can message me. Hare Krishna.